Duke and North Carolina, another classic game here in this incredible rivalry. Easily the greatest rivalry in college basketball, maybe the greatest rivalry in all of college sports, maybe even all sports. This is the greatest rivalry. I mean, this game, it never ever fails. It always comes through. There's always intensity, and it seems to be always close no matter how good or bad these teams are. The games are always good. And just another instant classic last night. And North Carolina pulls it off with just an incredible finish, hitting a three pretty much at the buzzer. This was an incredible atmosphere. Everything that you want in a college basketball game was here in this game. Duke, I think, is the better team. And I think if North Carolina fans are being honest and the rest of the country's being honest, that's the case. Duke is the better team out of these two. They played better last night overall. I mean, for 99.99% of this game, they were leading. Like, I think North Carolina only took the lead when they hit that pretty much buzzer beater at the end of the game. That was their first lead of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And so Duke was in control. I mean, they were up by 12 at halftime, 41-29. They were up by like 9 or 10 with like under 12 minutes left to go. They were in control of this game. But down the stretch, here's the thing, they let North Carolina hang around. And down the stretch, North Carolina, they made the plays and they're feeding off this crowd, and they made the big shots when it counted, and Duke just kind of collapsed. And we've seen that now multiple times from Duke, folks. Had a big lead against Texas Tech. I think it was like 16 or 17, and just let Texas Tech kind of chip away and let them hang around. And eventually Texas Tech won that game. And so maybe this is starting to become a problem for Duke, holding these leads and winning games in which they're ahead and they're in control. That's 2 games now where this has happened. So you got to watch out for that as like March approaches, and the ACC tournament, NCAA tournament. But I do think Duke is the overall better team. I predict them to win in Cameron Indoor here at the end of the season. But what a great, great game. Looking at some of these stats, man, I'll tell you, Cameron Boozer is just an absolute animal. I think he's the National Player of the Year, and I don't think it's really close. He has had 24 points and 11 rebounds in 38 minutes. He's just the rock of that team. I don't know where they'd be without him. A couple other guys played okay, like Dame Sarr and Isaiah Evans. They both were in double figures, but they're going to need more out of those guys if they want to win a championship. Because I don't think the way that they played is going to be enough to beat the likes of like Arizona and Michigan. And we'll see Duke and Michigan play here in a couple weeks. So we're going to see that. But they're going to need some of these other guys to step up. And it's just, Cameron Boozer can't do it all. He's an incredible player, but he needs some more help. But he had a really good game. North Carolina, Caleb Wilson's also an absolute stud. He played 40 minutes. He played the entire game. Okay, and he had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Another classic performance from him in a big-time game. Vasar with 13, Seth Trimble with 16. So out of their big 3, these are the guys, these are their big 3, and they stepped up and played really well. But man, they had themselves in a hole. So you got to give it to them for fighting and staying in this game. And I think the crowd really helped them. And that's the thing. I think in basketball, the home crowd advantage is very noticeable. I mean, it can really, really turn the tables for a team. And this crowd was just absolutely insane. They were on fire, and this is a great atmosphere. And so hats off to you guys in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, for pulling your team through pretty much here. This was, again, just a really, really good game. The field goal percentage was pretty much the same, 45 for Duke, 47 for North Carolina, and 36% from 3 for Duke, 42 for North Carolina. The rebounding was actually dominated by Duke, 34-25. And they got more offensive boards as well, more assists for Duke. So things kind of went in their way, and points in the paint, they dominated by 14. So you see, like, they kind of handled North Carolina in a lot of areas here. Free throws, though, North Carolina had 11 of 14. Duke only shot 6 free throws. That's insane to only shoot 6 free throws, but they went 5 of 6. But I mean, that didn't really help you all that much. North Carolina only had 7 total fouls. That is shocking. And Duke had double that, 15. So those are some stats here within this game. But I mean, I think you can see Duke, it was close in a lot of these stats, but Duke had the upper hand on a lot of them. And just North Carolina, again, kept chipping away and made the plays when it mattered most. Again, I predict Duke to win when they get to Cameron Indoor here at the end of the season. But what a great rivalry and what a great college basketball game. I mean, everybody pays attention when Duke and North Carolina play. Hats off to North Carolina. They needed this win, I think, more than Duke to bolster their resume. They've had some bad losses and don't have as many good wins as Duke does. So hats off to North Carolina for getting that, and I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams play again here at the end of the season.